Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thank you for joining in. Welcome all Mandela effectians. Tonight we have a very special show for you. So I have to give you a little backstory here. Somebody handed me this card, okay? You see this? So I decided I'd call the number on the back, and that's when they made me front man. I got to become the front man. And I have a special game for you guys. We're going to call it red light, green light, except in this Mandela affected game, the colors are reversed. So, with that being said, let the games begin. All right.
Red light, green light.
Where's that robot doll?
Red light, green light.
Okay. Hey, welcome to our show, you guys. Good to have you all. Oh man, I couldn't breathe in that thing. Okay. But yeah, that's our theme, okay, for today. So, with that being said, Teresa, you want to start off with the birthdays?
Yes.
This week?
Let me go ahead and start them out. We have October 22nd. That's belated birthday for Daniel Bolaños. Tomorrow we have a very special birthday. Jeremy Salami, aka Hebrew from Eternity. His birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Hebrew, if you're listening. October 27th, we have Misty May Styles. October 30th, we have Pirate Walden, who also shares a birthday with Stephanie Dolly Porras. And then November 1st, we got Juan Martinez. And then when November gets a little bit closer, I'll start giving out more November birthdays, which also my birthday is in November as well, which is November 12th. So, and that's it for now, Brian. Back to you. Red light, green light.
Okay. Hey, so we're gonna start off with what we think we may have covered. Did I cover that one last time, Sandy? You said. I thought there was one that we didn't cover from last week, and it was something about deep thoughts or something like that.
Yeah,
that was mine.
Random thoughts.
She left.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm right here.
No, that's just a picture. It is deep thoughts.
Random thoughts.
All right, here we go. Random thoughts.
Zoom in, please, a little bit more. When we stream live this is Sandy. When Sandy streamed live for Mandela Monday, Fizzy will sometimes have a seemingly random thought, fact, or image she wants to share. Random thoughts by Fizzy Pop. This week, Sandy decided to make a joke about her random thoughts on air by making this graphic, a parody of an old SNL, which we know what that is, Saturday Night Live skit, which led myself, Teresa, to notice a new change. 1990s SNL skit that always opened with the voiceover and title card, which read, Deep Thoughts by Jack. Let me say the last name.
Yes.
Jack Handy. How do you remember this being spelled? His last name.
I would think just like normal.
Anybody in the chat?
Well, right now in the chat we have 7 people lurking, and Gainer, welcome.
Brian?
I would say
welcome in, Gainer.
Hi, Ann.
Hey, Ed.
Welcome.
Well, normally I have Mandela Monday tonight, but we're doing a Twisted Tuesday tomorrow, so.
Yes, so no Mandela Monday.
Yeah, Twisted Tuesday on Scarab Performances channel, everyone, okay? So feel free to check it out.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, Teresa wasn't here though, Ed. She left early,
And that's-
so we're covering.
In case you don't know,
I'm
that's
glad you
Scarab.
forgot.
Scarab.
I'm sorry, what?
Like, what?
That's okay, Teresa.
Sorry.
It's okay. What was Brian saying?
I was trying to reference Scarab Performance's channel. We may have some new viewers on here who don't know the channel, but Scarab Performance is Scarab and Performance like all together as one word.
I could put a link
Yep.
in the chat.
Okay, yeah, do
So
that,
they can
Sandy.
come see me
That way-
tomorrow night on Twisted Tuesday.
Twisted Tuesday tomorrow night.
Yes.
All right. So, do we have any responses from the chat about Handy? Was it Handy or
I didn't see nobody.
I just say
No, Brian, let's just move on. Nobody's not sure.
Oh,
I do.
yeah, I wouldn't even. I thought it would have been Hande with with two
Oh.
E's at the end.
So yours is different than what I thought. We remember his last name being spelled Handy, but it's always been Handey. That looks so weird for me.
Today's Monday.
I don't remember the E, Brian.
Yeah, I remember we did cover this last week.
Yeah, but
Are you
Teresa
sure?
wasn't here. She had already left.
Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't
right.
know. I was in Snoozeville. I was in La La Land.
She was
Well,
off
this
watching
is
her
in
Squid
case
game.
you guys missed our show last week. We're going to cover it anyway. Just real quick, then we'll breeze through. So there's residue that I guess Sandy. Is this your residue you found?
Yep.
But Teresa
Sandy
and I
went
both
residue
found-
crazy.
And now we're starting to get some answers with the Edie.
If there's residue out there, then it's obviously, got to be.
Yeah.
some kind
Why
of
would
Mandela
residue not
effect.
exist if it? You know what I mean?
And it's not just random misspellings because these are legit sites.
Exactly, Brian. Good residue,
Hey guys, we
Sandy.
have someone new in the chat.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Welcome,
Who?
Alec Quick Draw Baldwin.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah.
I
What did
love
he
that.
say?
That's
Wait,
great.
is tonight Monday or Tuesday?
Tonight is
Huh?
Monday. Tomorrow night is Twisted Tuesday on Scarab Performance. Hey, Preliminal.
Yeah. Hey, Preliminal, welcome.
Hi, Lemon. I'm having a
So, hey, Esther, who is your costume? Because that number's hard to read for some people.
it's
What is?
7.
Which one are you? Which one of the Squid Game folks are you?
067. I'm the lady who, I guess she was the pickpocketer.
Oh, Kang. What's her name? Kong.
I
Oh,
don't.
Cybeck. Kong Cybeck. That's her name.
I can't pronounce any of
Saibak.
that.
Cybok.
me neither.
Concebiok.
Biok. I'll be Biok. Okay.
I'm an easy one to pronounce.
I just
I'm
know
just
that
a-
my daughter, when she's
I'm just the
sad,
doll that shoots everybody.
I don't know. Okay. So, moving along, we have another pretty decent Emmy. We're talking about clouds again. Did we talk about these clouds again last week? These clouds again,
Which one?
Sandy?
Did we talk about these clouds, or
Uh-oh.
did I cover it on Mandela Monday and just showed you? I just showed you.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You showed me,
Hey,
but we didn't
welcome,
actually talk about it on the
Jacobian.
show.
Long time no see.
Hi, Jacobian, welcome.
Whoa,
And
Jacobian.
Helen, welcome.
It's been so
Helen
long.
Sky Grazer's here. Welcome. Wow, long time no see. A lot of people.
Okay, I just realized I'm not presenting, so let me get back to presenting.
You are not, no.
It's a little tricky here, but I can I'm getting the hang of it. I've only been doing it like for 4 years.
Mhm.
Well, that's not always true, Preliminal. Residue could also be created by people who remember these memories,
Hey, do that.
who remember the
Teresa,
older memories.
You know that song, "Memories Like the Corner of My Mind"?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what
Oh,
it is though, but
well,
I do
It's
recognize
the
that.
Barbara Streisand song
It kind of
of the
sounded
way we were. You know that song?
not really. I mean, I kind of know a little bit about it, but I'm not like super familiar with
Oh
Barbara
no, I
Streisand.
gotta look something up. Thanks a lot,
Yeah.
Brian.
Well, the only reason I know that song is because it was in the movie Big. Okay, and that's what the mother used to sing to Joshua every night. Yeah, I know that kind of
Oh
stuff.
no.
That reminds me of I like music and lyrics. They have a song that goes a lot goes kind of like that.
So, Sandy, you want to read this one since it's yours?
Oh my god, okay. Give me 1 second. I'm looking something up, Brian. Why don't you read it?
Can Esther read it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no,
Esther,
Brian.
what is it?
I just want to mention, what did you say it was? Memory what?
Memories of
Memories, something about light the corner of my mind, or light the corner of my mind. I can't remember.
You said corner, except it's corners.
Well, it might be corners, like the corners of my mind.
It's
I don't know.
corners. Yeah.
It
All
might be.
right.
I
Go
think
ahead,
it is
Esther.
corners. I'm not gonna nitpick on that one because I really don't know the words verbatim. But it could be wrong.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
It's okay.
So I can't believe
That's
I'm
why I was-
writing this.
That's why I was asking if anyone knew that song. All right. So Sandy says
I
can't
do.
believe I'm writing this, but we have more new clouds again, and this time I saw one in real life. So, Sandy, you saw one of these in real life, right?
Yes.
Is
This one.
it a new? Okay, so last week she was sitting at a red light. Wait, or is it a green light? And this beautiful sky was in front of me.
Green light.
The clouds were foreign, so she took pictures and she looked them up. Now, how did you look them up exactly with the pictures? Did you do Google image reverse search or
Yeah.
whatever it's
Yeah, that's
called?
what I did. I did a reverse. I just took a pic, like I cropped out everything
Oh, yeah,
else,
look.
just the clouds,
Wait, where that looks like
and did a
skin.
reverse image search.
Well, Google now, I don't know if you use Chrome, but at least on my phone when I use Chrome, they now have a search feature which you can search by picture. You can take a picture of something and do a search right there in the browser. So the clouds in Sandy's sky were cirrocumulus clouds. Have you ever heard of these before? I don't know. I studied clouds.
See, in
You
my
know, I've
past,
heard of
there was cirrus clouds.
cirrus clouds, cumulus, and we all know cumulonimbus.
I actually do remember the name of that cloud, but I don't know if that's exactly what it. I mean, I don't know. That looks weird, but
Yeah,
I do remember the name of that
See,
cloud.
It looks
I
a
know
lot like.
cirrus clouds, cumulus clouds. In my past, it was cirrus clouds, cumulus clouds, cumulonimbus clouds, and one other kind. Oh God, my brain's not working. But there was one other kind. It was not
Stratus.
these combination smash ups of clouds. They didn't.
Did you mention
have these
stratus?
before. Hey, that's it, Stratus. Hey, Running Fox, welcome.
These clouds right here kind of resemble fish scales to me. Like if you lay a fish sideways and stare up at it, that's what it looks like to me.
It almost looks like skin or something like that. Like we're trapped in something.
It's creepy.
Oh, that's weird.
So yeah. Are these all pictures that you took, Sandy, or are these ones that you found on Google Images?
No.
These are beautiful.
These are images.
Oh my God, they're like picturesque, breathtaking. So
They are.
these new clouds species, quote unquote, are literally just the original cloud types that we remember mixed up with another cloud type forming a different cloud. So it's almost like
I
a
said,
hybrid,
cirrus.
right?
Right, cirrus and a cumulus cloud. Now we have cirrocumulus.
Yeah, it's a hybrid. It's like
Yeah, but they literally call them species right there in that graphic.
wow,
That's weird.
Well, a species that's like a living creature in that case. Are these things like living creatures?
Yeah.
So
Well,
there's
they
so many
grow.
cirrus clouds now. Some look
That's
crazy,
a
like
whole
what you
other
see in this
problem.
picture. Cirrus is it fibratus or fibratus? Clouds that look like
Vibratus.
fibers or hair. Wow, that's
Hmm.
awesome.
I didn't know that was a cirrus cloud. I think they're the coolest clouds.
Yeah, these do look cool. Like seriously,
I mean, I
and
love Cumulus mammatus, but man, cirrus are cool too.
they look like eyelashes in the
I love
sky,
mammatus clouds.
right?
Mammatus
Or
clouds
like
are my
a
favorite.
horse's mane minus the horse.
Right.
Yeah.
So then we have Cirrus radiatus, which can also be Cirrus fibratus radiatus. But radiatus means banding usually in a radiating pattern appearing from a single point.
So
I
if it
see.
looks fibrous, then it's Cirrus
Yeah.
vibratus radiatus. But
The-
if it doesn't look fibrous, then it's just radiatus or radiatus, whatever it is. God, it's a mouthful.
I mean, you know, when I was a kid, I used to want to become a meteorologist. Um, I haven't told anyone that except for my parents. But yeah, I watch the Weather Channel every day. You know, for like I don't know when I was bored, there's nothing on TV. I'd put on that Weather Channel, local on the H.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
so these are some pretty clouds here, cloud formations. Look like they're all radiating from a central point, like a focal point. You know.
Hey, Michael Fontaine.
So you know the Mandela effect isn't always necessarily like we're talking about Mandelas. Sometimes these things just sound interesting, you know, that you're learning something new or
And
something that we're breaking ground here. We were going to places we haven't gone before, I guess.
I'm wondering
Like
about
breaking new
some of these
I
territory.
have to
new
get up and
art
close the door.
formations are
I'm
just
muting for 1
different.
second.
That's fine. What were you saying, Esther?
I think some of the new cloud formations can also be of the different changes of I think that they're trying to manipulate weather and stuff like that with all of that stuff up there. I don't want to say certain words.
The atmosphere, right? I understand atmosphere.
So yeah, I
Uh,
mean they're
and
definitely manipulating things up there, and I think we're getting new cloud formations on top of some of those are I do know of like the older ones, but newer ones that are showing up that I have to look up because I'm like, I'd never seen that type of cloud before. And I'm like, I didn't know that was an actual name of a cloud. So I don't really remember them, but I
well,
usually look them up.
like honestly, I've never heard of you know, Dixie Alley, but you know, until I moved to Dixie. Um,
Brian, you didn't read the last one to say it. This is jellyfish clouds.
oh, I'm
I
sorry.
never seen those.
I'm
Those are
sorry.
cool.
There are jellyfish clouds that are alto cumulus clouds. So they're a little puffy. Whoa,
Oh,
they're a little puffy clouds that, when combined with virga, their evaporated precipitation resemble jellyfish. There you go. So
see,
we
I've
have
heard
Yeah,
them all.
before when we covered Virga before, like a year, 2 years ago, Virga was only associated with like dark rain clouds. Now they're not. Now Virga can happen with any cloud, causing these jellyfish clouds.
Wow. Now,
Hey, Tommy Apples, welcome.
that one there in the bottom middle looks like somebody's like dancing on air. That's what it looks like. Like maybe they got a good
Those are
kiss and
different.
they're floating on air. I don't
I
know.
feel like there's some of
But
those almost look like tornadoes, like mini cyclones up in the sky. But
Yeah.
those are cool. I wish I could see those. I don't think I've ever seen those before because that would have been cool to see.
yeah, I'm wondering where that is because that, you know, the city in the background closely resembles, like, say, Chicago or something like that. I'm wondering if these happen in the
Yes.
I
United
wonder
States
where
or,
these are at.
I mean, has
They
anyone?
happen all over, but they're actually more common. They're more common around mountain ranges
Okay.
like the plains next to a mountain range, but as you can see, they do happen in other places, but they happen all over the United States. So
Oh wow.
You think I live near a mountain, literally mountain. Mount Escutney is like I don't know how exactly far away, but it's like you go outside and about 2 miles down the road you can see Mount Escutney where I live. I'm like literally like low level clouds all the time because of it. But I've never seen one. I'm gonna have to like see if I can go outside more and see if
keep
I can
your
see
eyes peeled with your camera handy.
Well, I've actually seen these iridescent cirrocumulus clouds that's in the picture here. Um, so it's not to be confused with a fire rainbow. Um, I've actually seen these clouds. Um,
someone in it.
I thought it was weird. They're like rainbow clouds, sort of, you know?
Well, there's other rainbow
Yeah.
clouds, but this one specifically, the one that the cirrocumulus. And
Wow.
I'm showing, I'm actually, because some people don't know what the difference is, so I'm showing you the difference between a fire rainbow and iridescence. Fire
Okay.
rainbow is in order: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Iridescence is all the colors in random patterning.
I see. I see. That's pretty cool. I like that fire rainbow. I wish I could see one of those. So there's disc trails now. It's like negative space that's caused by airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
Danny
pretty
says, I
cool.
don't know if this
I've
has been
never
covered
seen a disc
before.
trail. Well,
Disc
here's
trail.
the
Yeah.
thing: I've never seen a disc trail before, and I live less than a mile from the airport. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I should be seeing disc trails all the time, just like I see contrails all the time. There's
Yeah.
also these rippled disc trails, which look like dots or dotted lines in the clouds. I've never seen this before either.
Wow.
Hmm.
Hey, Moon Freedom.
So there's some more samples of what Sandy is talking about. That one there on the bottom right kind of looks like a waterfall of clouds or something.
Oh, that's so
Yep.
cool.
That's
I like the one on
the
the.
engines from the airplane spinning it down.
Oh yeah, I like the one on the bottom left. It kind of reminds me of when people walk through snow. Like maybe we're just like
I was going to
upside
say that's
down.
skiing.
Yeah, it's like people are skiing up in
Yeah.
the sky now.
Their angels are skiing up in the clouds.
Yeah, it's like we just got flipped around. Oh, that's the floor now, and we're just on the snow.
So
Now these have been
actually,
covered.
oh, go ahead, Sandy.
Oh,
Go ahead, Sandy. You were
Asperitas
saying.
clouds have been covered before in the community, but now there's a new cloud version of Asperitas cloud, Asperitas undulatus. And it's more so that there's more shapes coming from Asperitas undulatus than anything else.
That looks like something out of a
Like
sci-fi movie.
squares.
that's what those are.
It does.
I've seen
It
those.
does. Like
No, I'm
squares
saying
and
it looks like something
spikes.
straight out of a sci-fi movie here, like maybe alien ships are coming down or something like that out of the clouds or something. I don't know.
I've seen those clouds before, but I never knew what they were. I've only seen them the last couple of years, and I've never known what they were. I think I have a
Yep.
picture somewhere of that. I have to go back, like way back in my pictures, but I remember thinking, like, wow, what is about to pop out of these
Well,
clouds?
yeah, I know. Are they friendly or are they foe?
I don't know. I
No,
mean, it was,
they're
I
not
had
good.
like a, yeah, I had like a really bad severe thunderstorm, like go through, like really windy. And I was like expecting a tornado to pop out, but because I live in such a rocky terrain and stuff, we don't really have tornadoes touch down because where I live, it's just too rocky and like it's not flat anywhere around here. I'm gonna have to see if I can find
Same
that.
running fox, 100%.
What is it?
I learned 4 types: cirrus, stratus, cumulus, and cumulonimbus. Me too. Those were the clouds. Those were the only clouds.
Right, but
Anyway,
what are
the
these
shapes
clouds?
range from waves. Huh?
Go ahead, Sandy. I'm wondering what these
Okay.
clouds are.
Okay. They range from waves, squares, bubbles, and points that reach down toward the ground and move in an undulating motion. As who said it? Running Fox said it looks like water, moving water, but like a viscous water that's reaching towards you.
Well,
So
that's
creepy. I
exactly what it
can't.
looks like when you go in an airplane. For those of you who've ridden in an airplane, you're flying basically just above the cloud, where the cloud meets the. It looks like an ocean of cotton, basically. That's what it looks like from above. It's just like water, you know. It's like flowing water. That's what
Yeah,
the
but you see
clouds look
like that
like.
bottom middle one, how it's literally like a square coming down?
Yeah, that looks so weird.
Like it's weird. Or the honeycomb pock pattern that I'm seeing. Some are bubbled out, some are negative space. It's weird.
They look a bit what's the word? I can't say it on air. Never mind.
On
Okay. All right. So that's it. Clouds folder.
Communist.
How about you do one of the new ones of Teresa's or Esther's?
Oh yeah, here it is. Well,
Especially
didn't get a
before
really
Teresa
good
falls asleep.
Teresa, are you there? Teresa, I think your avatar changed back to its default.
Huh?
I think your
No,
avatar
Teresa's
changed
avatar
back
is
to
a
its
white
default.
circle.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Hey, we
Yeah,
have
she
Dead
still sees it
GPK.
normal.
What?
Dead GPK. We have Ed Hen. Welcome back, Ed. Helen Skygazer. There you go.
Hey, Dead
Biz
GPK.
Woofer. Running Fox says like rocks
Oh,
in the
welcome,
sky.
Biz
That's
Woofer.
exactly right.
Oh, that's awesome. Biz Woofer says, love the show. Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Okay.
And thank you for coming on such short notice. We have plenty more to talk about, so sit tight in your seats. We got plenty more.
And such an odd day of the week, too.
I know, right? I don't usually broadcast on Mondays. Usually Scare Performance is on. He'll be on tomorrow, so don't forget to check out Scare Performance. Is Twisted Tuesday tomorrow,
And me.
and Sandy will be there. Right, Sandy?
Yes.
Okay. We have to find a Teresa one before we lose her. Her internet connection could fail. Who knows?
I'm still here.
We're just
Hello?
hello.
I'm here.
Okay.
Red light, green light.
So we have a question to throw out there, you guys, about the Commodores and the spelling. Okay. And this is Teresa's that she wants to talk about for you guys.
Yep.
So
I don't know how many people remember this band, the Commodores. How do you spell the name of the band, the Commodores? She and I agreed on this one.
Helen Skygazer the Frosty says Commodores DORS.
Oh.
Alec Quick Draw Baldwin says DOORS like the Doors.
Whoa.
whoa.
Michael, I'll send it to him. If we have time, he'll play it. So for Running Fox, it's DORES.
Okay.
And Running
right.
Fox, for me, it was easy like a Sunday morning. Easy like a Sunday morning. So Moon Freedom is confused. Please rewrite that Moon Freedom. That's Como de Doors. I don't know which one you're answering.
It's
How
the
about this?
Komodo.
Hello,
In the
Sky
chat.
Gazer remembers it. Commodors, Sandy.
So does that GPK. So guys, here's
Wow.
an easier way. Here's an easier way. E at the end or no E? What do you remember? E at the end or no
Well,
E?
This one tripped me out.
There definitely was an S at the end, but you're saying before the S?
Yes. Is it RS or RES? What do you remember? No problem, Michael.
Oh man,
And
my
Brian,
brain
I am
my
forwarding
brain
you-
is like trying to force my. I have to force myself to try to remember the RS.
I know.
It's like
I
getting
know,
an update.
Brian. That's what happened to me. It's crazy.
Brian, your Brian at Gmail one. I'm forwarding you Michael Fontaine's YouTube video. Okay?
Okay.
It's about clouds.
Okay.
Coming right at you now. Actually, what am I doing? I can just send it to you in our Hangout or our messenger. I'm an
Wait.
idiot. Sorry. Here you go. Here's the link, Brian. Sorry.
Okay. I just got the cloud video from Sandy.
Okay. Sorry.
Been sharing cloud pictures because I have a few in my thing. Unfortunately, my camera doesn't take the best pictures, so.
And who sent that to you? You sent it to
Michael
both the email and the group, Sandy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't. It's just so you had the link. Rich
Okay.
Vasanic says no E. Definitely no E, says Dead GPK. No E for me, says Helen. Just
Now-
mute it, he says. Mute the video, Brian.
Okay. Is that a cloud? What is that?
Superman.
Is it a stealth jet? I don't know. It's hard
Is
to
it a
tell.
jellyfish
You know, YouTube is weird about that. They'll compress videos.
Whoa.
I don't quite
It's
know.
growing arms.
What is it?
It's growing
yeah,
an arm.
It's growing legs.
So that is a weird way it's moving around.
It's alive.
And how you got to think about that? How many of us actually take the time to stop and take photos and videos of clouds? I know I do closer to dusk, like when the sun goes down. I do sometimes if it's like those pinks and purples and everything. I like taking pictures of those.
That's
Wow.
weird.
It's like
That's
they're
a cool video.
swimming.
The way
What
it
is
moves
going
is just
on?
interesting.
Like
I mean, I watch clouds all the time, but that's interesting shapes.
it like divided off. Did you see that? It formed two. There was two clouds, and then all of a sudden it turned into one. Like the other one disappeared.
Kind of looked like a dove for a second there with a horse behind it. Kind of like a horse with a dove on it.
Yeah, what do they call that? What do they call
Alec
that?
Baldwin.
What do they call that when you see something and it looks like something else? What do they call that? I forgot.
What?
You know, like clouds. You see shapes in the cloud. Look, now that looks like a man, like flying through the sky.
Sky gazing, I think, or cloud. I don't know what. I don't know. Yeah, that's
Alec
weird.
Baldwin says it's just a cloud forming.
Yeah,
If that's how
It
clouds
looks like
form,
a
that's
dragon
new
for a
to
second
me.
there. It looks like a dragon almost, or like a human like crawling across the floor.
I was going to say catfish. Oh, I see the human shape, though, with the hair all messed up, too, though. I do see that.
now it kind of looks like a dolphin.
There's somebody about to fly.
Guys, have you noticed crypto? Bitcoin jumped up again. It's like $62,000. Crazy. Um, all right, so we were talking about the Commodores, right?
Yeah.
Did we have a consensus on that one?
Mostly no E.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have an answer. So
Okay. Well, unfortunately, I can't be clear on this one because I don't know this band. My mom and dad. I'd have to ask my folks about that.
Brian,
Yeah,
you know the song Easy?
the song
I
what?
can't sing it because I don't want to get copyright. Easy like
You can't. You
standard
can't.
music, but
I don't think you can get
Oh boy,
copyright by
Teresa.
singing it. So
You
in
can,
my
Brian.
case, I can sing any song I want without getting copyright because I'm always out of tune. Okay. Okay.
also that's how you get by it. You just sing out of tune.
I sing out of tune.
I sing out of tune if you want.
So how many songs do you know by them? Do you know a lot of songs? Like did you have one of the records?
A couple.
Brick House.
Few.
Are they a jazz
Easy.
or are they mostly just a song group?
Funk. Jazz.
Funk. Okay, funk.
I would say their music's in that time period between disco and 80s. It's like, you know what I'm saying, that limbo time.
Yeah, it was slightly before my time, but I do listen to some of that music. So you remember Commodores without the E, right, Teresa?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. She even found residue from a promoter who used to work with the band, and he remembers it without the E.
Yep. The guy worked with the band, and
That's
I'm
good
sure he
residue,
did.
guys.
Huh?
It's good residue. And not only that, his promoter logo, check out the Earth, the globe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
South America, directly below North America.
Wow, that's a double residue.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I call it a double humdinger. Okay, I'm from the South, so that's what I say. Double humdinger. Is that it? Oh, there's more. Okay, sorry.
There's more.
Yeah, it's the residue.
Yeah, the green. In case you guys are wondering what this green and red borders are, the green is residue. The red is how it is now. And Sandy does that. Why? Why do you do that, Sandy?
In case it changes on me, because it
That's
has
right.
before.
Because they can't change the color. They can change the you know what I'm saying.
Well, they could change the color. Who knows? But
I don't think they can. They can change the lettering. Okay. Otherwise, why would we be going to all this trouble then? So, more residue.
Well, I feel that I don't know why, but it seems like if you edit an image, it's less likely to change.
Someone
If I just left it in my folder and didn't mark it up, it'd be more likely to change than if I took the time to mark it up.
Yeah. Someone told me that if you close your eyes and meditate on what you're reading in the Bible, that it's less likely to change. Before that was while I was hand scribing, I was hand copying the Bible from the New Testament, which I managed to finish 24 out of the 27 books of the New Testament, hand copied, by the way.
Wow.
And if you all are anxious to see them, they're on the share drive on the Google Drive. Mandela Effect Awareness at gmail.com is the Google Drive. Yeah, they're up there. And I still have to go back through and see if anything's changed because I know I marked it. Like if it was something significant. I marked it. Yeah, here's more residue of the Commodores with the RS. Looks like that's the end. But that's weird
Before
because
we start,
Commodore's natural high, right? But then in the picture above,
Mhm.
it has it with the ES.
They have it
So
like that.
that's weird.
Like, look at your own
there's
picture.
one more Teresa's folder. Before we go on, though, before we do Teresa's other folder, guys, there's a reason why we're dressed up as Squid Game characters. So I know Fiverr did a video with a Mandela effect with Squid Game. He remembers it Squid Games. But I found a major change, actually 2 major changes in it within a week. I watched it. We're not covering it yet. We're going to do it last because it's going to be a major spoiler alert. So if anyone is interested in seeing it and doesn't want it spoiled, if anyone is in the middle of watching it and hasn't seen the end yet, you guys are going to have a chance to leave the show before we present the last Mandela effect. So the last Mandela effect tonight is going to be Squid Game.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you guys a heads up. But if you have no interest in seeing it or you have seen it, actually want people who have seen the whole thing, because I need to know what you remember, because 2 major changes happened inside the movie and then something revolving around the movie I want to talk about. So just going to give you a heads up. That's why we're dressed like this today. And Teresa was the red light,
Teresa, what happened to your robot doll? What happened to your robot doll, Teresa?
She loses it. She'd have to leave and come back to get it back.
Oh, it's Squid Games. I thought it was Squid too, but it's actually Squid Games.
I'm here. Hello.
It's a TV show on Netflix.
Hello.
Teresa, you want
Let me hear you, Teresa.
You want to leave and come back in
okay.
because you lost your avatar.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, and you get robot-y.
Okay.
All right, Teresa, just leave and come back.
It was just robot sounds.
Well, she is. Okay, it is funny because she is the robot. You know, she's the red light, green light robot. Okay,
that matched her so good.
Better? Is that better?
Yes,
yeah.
much better.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't be the
red light, green light.
There we go. Okay.
I don't know.
I the reason I swap sides is because we have the good people on the right and the bad people on the left. You know, we're like the bad guys, Sandy, you and I.
Oh wait, the robot.
Yeah.
I don't know, the dolls, you know.
Well, she's kind of bad too, but then again, she's a robot.
She's kind of bad. She's the worst of them all.
I guess she is. She killed the most.
I'm on the bad side.
I guess you're outnumbered.
The dark side.
I guess you're outnumbered, Esther. Oh, Helen, I'm sorry you can't stay longer. Good night. Thank you for coming.
That's nice.
Thanks for coming, Helen.
Thanks for being here.
And we lost Teresa again.
I wish I knew more about Norway because I would love to be able to know what's up with that.
Hold on, we're trying to get Teresa back.
Good night, Ed.
Good night, Ed. Hey, guys, feel free to check out the show. You can continue where you left off. This is the 45-minute mark. If some of you guys have to go, just jump right back in at the 45-minute mark for later. But don't forget to watch the whole entire show because you'll miss some stuff if you don't. Here we go. We're getting Teresa back in here. All right.
Teresa's new Mandela effect tonight.
Yellow.
Okay, so we're talking about earwigs. These are those disgusting creatures that usually end up in your shower if you're not careful.
Or your sandbox, if you have a sandbox.
True or false? Earwigs can fly.
If I had to guess with the Mandela effect, they probably do fly.
Good one, Brian.
I've never seen them fly.
Thank
We
you.
used, I
Be ready to
when
be
I worked in an apple
shocked.
orchard. A lot of things. I never saw one fly when I worked at the apple orchard.
Well,
Well, guess what?
Teresa,
In this reality,
Teresa, wait, we're waiting for answers from the chat.
uh-huh.
Moon Freedom says false.
Yeah, thankfully they're
Running
not like.
Fox says, I know nothing of earwigs, thank God.
I haven't seen any since I worked at the apple orchard, but they
Well,
do love apples all
Okay.
around.
I noticed here that you put the male and the female, right? So it made me think of a joke. You know how there's actually three different sexes, right? You have the male, you have the female, and then you have insects. Okay.
Dad joke. Okay.
There's three different kinds. There's three different sexes.
Okay.
So, hold on, wait. Michael Fontaine
Oh,
says
yeah.
depends
I
on the
get it.
body. That is not true. They are all the same. Rich
Okay.
Fasanic says false. Yeah, I know, Moon Freedom. That's not pleasant at all. Not pleasant.
Do
I
they-
don't want to think about that.
Do they try to go in your ears, like literally?
No.
I hope not.
Earwigs are actually harmless to humans. Completely harmless. They're just bugs, and people don't like having bugs around, you know?
They're
Oh
just
man.
gross looking and creepy. They're really scary when you
All right.
like pick them
Hey.
up and you're like, oh,
Hey.
I didn't want to touch that.
Well, listen,
Yes.
because I know, Esther, you have like three kids running around, right?
Oh no, they're not at my house tonight.
No, I'm saying, anytime they don't want to clean their room, just show them this picture right here, okay?
Yeah, I have 4 kids all together. Yeah.
Let
Keep
them know
that
they're
picture
called the-
handy with you at all times, so that way they don't back out of doing their chores. 'Cause if I saw this,
Okay.
if my mom showed me this, I'd clean my room right away.
Yeah, I think they're like
All right,
what
so
fish
I'm
eat,
gonna-
like vegetables and stuff, fruits.
When you show the answer, I need to tell you that there's a nickname for them, which makes no sense because just like the people in the chat, I agree with Teresa. So you can go on, Brian, because they have a nickname.
Yep.
Okay,
In our
Teresa,
past, these bugs couldn't fly. They didn't have wings. Not only can they fly, but they have delicate rainbow iridescent wings with something retract to become completely hidden. It's cut off part of this.
It's not for us. I can see it says which retract to become. Wait, Brian, before you go any further. So, guys, earwigs are called flying scorpion bugs now. Flying scorpion bugs.
Oh.
They never flew in my past, but that's their nickname. Flying scorpion bugs. So, take it as you will. They
Wait,
all have wings now.
I thought we were going to do the Halloween show later. This is like
the
are
nicest of
these
bugs.
like-
It's got
are these
rainbow
like-
wings, Esther.
They're almost like the one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater now, and that's pretty scary.
No, I know that they can't hurt you, but it's still like they're creepy.
It's kind of like spiders. Why did God have to make spiders so disgusting? They're such helpful creatures.
Yeah.
They get rid of your insect problem, but they're just disgusting.
Those are daddy long legs. I did not
I'm
know
gonna
that
have to
they
ask-
can run.
I'm
so
gonna have to ask
fast.
him that when I go see him in heaven. I'm gonna ask him that question.
Well, did you
I gotta
guys
say
know
something
that
to the
daddy
chat.
long legs can run so fast where they can become basically invisible? That they shake so fast you can't see them. I did not know that was a thing.
No.
Apparently, I was reading it on termex.com. But yes, you wanted to address
I'm looking up something for Running Fox because now I want to know because a Mandela effect I covered a while back was in my past dragonflies did not bite. They bite people now.
I've heard.
And
I
she's
think I've
asking
heard.
me,
No, they never bit people.
they bite.
Yeah, they
And
bite
so do
now.
cockroaches now.
Mhm.
Cockroaches do bite. They have been
Yeah,
recorded to eat human flesh of both the living and the dead. But they are more
wow.
likely to take a bite of fingernails, eyelashes, feet, and hands.
Oh, I knew there was. I had a phobia for a reason. I literally, if I see a
Oh
cockroach,
no.
oh, I can't. I can't. I.
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no. No. Oh my
because I.
gosh, Alec Baldwin,
Oh.
thank you for telling us that.
Yeah, so I'd rather
And
have a
the bites
spider in
look
my house
horrendous.
than a cockroach now. Okay. Or a dragonfly. I'd rather have a daddy long leg.
Brian, after this presentation, I want you to show the picture of what a cockroach bite looks like, because it's they didn't bite in my past.
No, I don't. I've got a bunch of kids and everything, and I don't remember ever waking up with bite marks from cockroaches because I lived in the South.
No.
I mean, thankfully here where I live, I mean, you have to have really dirty homes in New England to have cockroaches, like really gross to have cockroaches.
Well, that's not true. We had cockroaches once in an apartment because our
Yeah.
shady landlord gave us a used oven stove that was infested with eggs, and we didn't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I mean, it would have had to come
Your house
from
doesn't
like.
have to be dirty.
Well, I mean, like if you to
Is
like
what I'm
live
saying.
there, like constantly, like to actually have like real long lasting cockroaches. Like, I mean, you could usually just like have termites come in, kill them, and you're done. But I know of like there are a few places around, like where I live, we have multiple complexes, and the building across the way, they've had to have termites in several times because their apartments are so gross. And I'm like, please don't let any of those people come to my place because they can be brought over, just like any other bug. But I mean, overall,
Well, let me
you
tell
do
you. Let me
have
tell
to
you
have
what.
like in order to have like an actual cockroach problem, you have to have a really because they don't like the
It's
cold.
like an infestation, and let me tell you, these roaches and bugs, they love to hide inside electronics.
Yes.
I had one of my friends who, bless her heart, lives in a trailer. She handed me an Apple computer that she was trying to get rid of, and I was trying to help her sell it, and I fixed it up for her. Well, little did I know that when I got it home in the garage, there had to be at least 100 roaches that climbed out of it. It was like watching
Oh
something out
my
of a horror
God,
movie.
no.
Yeah, and it had that smell, like that when the roach egg smell or roach poop. I'm not sure what it was. It was like it had that weird smell.
They oh they my last apartment in South Carolina, we had the worst infestation because our neighbors, it was just so bad. Like you would open the dishwasher freshly like literally got done with the thing of your dishwasher, opened up the door and they would crawl out and I'm like, I just washed these. And now I have to wash them again. It was so traumatizing. So yeah, that's another reason where it's hard to go back down south again because they are very
Well,
hard to get rid of.
yep, and these poor bugs, they were made this way, okay? Like you look at them, they got pretty wings, that's one thing but the rest of them is ugly. Uh,
Okay, we're back on the earwigs. Okay, yeah, that's a much better topic.
so the wings inspire
Yeah.
compact designs that fold themselves. And in the previous picture you saw, the mechanism breaks the rules of origami. And so now they're using the earwig folding pattern for new technologies. So they're actually taking advantage of what the earwig
Yeah, so apparently
Is this new? Is this new to you guys? Because I've never seen them with wings.
I've never seen them like
I've
that.
never seen them fly.
No.
Brand new to me. That's what freaked me out about this.
And the
Yeah.
rainbow.
I mean, it's pretty
Yeah, and the rainbow.
they all of a sudden have wings, and now they're finding new technologies because of these new wings. That's kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Mhm.
Earwigs come in every color of the rainbow, pretty much.
Yeah, just as a side note, they come in all these colors. I've only ever seen black and brown, mainly brown,
Yeah.
but they come in gold, silver, white, all these colors, crazy colors.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to show you some of them.
If you saw one of these in your house, would you squish it or would you put it in like a cup and let it out? Like,
I mean, I've
would
seen
you
it
put
with like the
Oh,
red one.
I
No. Squish it.
outside?
I mean, it's just I've only had like I think I've seen one, maybe two indoors. That's about it. So I mean, they're not like
Yeah.
super common indoors here because
Well, has anyone ever encountered a scorpion in their house? I've encountered 2 in my house.
no. Oh my God, I would freak.
I think in Arkansas we did actually.
Back when I was in Georgia, I haven't seen them here in Alabama, but I have heard people talk about seeing them. So I mean, I guess they're in the South period.
Was either Arkansas or Florida we had one that
But they're not those big ones. You know what I'm saying? Like in the desert, you see the big scorpions.
Yeah.
These are like the ones that they're maybe like an inch or 2 long. They're about 2 inches long. If you can from head to tail.
Yeah, my
So they're
my
not
dad's
big.
sister. Yeah, we had one in our house in Florida.
The crazy thing is they can crawl up onto the ceiling. This scorpion, when I found it, was on my ceiling.
Oh. Well,
No. That sounds like a
Interesting
nightmare.
we're talking about these scorpion
Oh my
bugs.
God.
yeah.
A
Okay.
scorpion that could just fall on your head. No, thank you.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Anyone want to move down here with me?
No.
It's funny. I hear people from like Australia who talk about America, and they're like, "You guys have sharks. You guys have, all of these like scary things." And I'm like, "But Australia," and they're like, "We got spiders. Yeah, we
But
live with them."
Australia.
They're like, "But you guys got
But
sharks."
Australia.
And it's funny because they're like
You have
scared
Australia,
of
okay?
us and like America, like and the scary things that we have, but then we look at Australia, we're like, you guys got kangaroos, you guys got spiders that, ooh. And yeah, I mean it's funny how like some different YouTubers and stuff I've heard them comment about America and how scary we are.
Well, a lot of them think we're scary because they think everybody's got a gun in their hand walking on the streets.
Yeah.
It's because we have the right to bear arms.
Yeah, they're like, you guys got buffalo and sharks and all of these scary things. And I'm like, I don't know.
Oh,
You
that's
guys got
Mandela for me. I
snakes.
covered that.
So
Buffalo were wiped out in my past, and now we have buffalo burgers and buffalo this and buffalo that and buffalo Roman. And I was taught we were the cause of buffalo going extinct. That's a Mandela effect for me.
Well, the one that was really bugging me is about the praying mantis. Many years ago it was believed that if you killed them, you get fined or put in jail, and because they're an endangered species. But now we see like there's 12 different species of praying mantises.
I know there's so many.
They're definitely not extinct. So that I don't know if that was just
or
a wide
endangered
scale or
for that matter.
yeah, they're no longer endangered. So
yeah,
I can't.
If they're extinct or really endangered. I thought they were extinct.
I can't claim this to be a
That's
Mandela
horrible,
effect.
running fox.
What happened to Running Fox?
Sorry. She lost all her soft furniture due to bed bugs after babysitting my friend's kids. The bugs traveled in on the kids' shoes, clothes, backpacks, and blankets.
Oh man.
That's horrible. So sorry.
Yep. So that's just another inspiration to wash your sheets every week. I usually pick Sunday. I do it on Sunday. Wash my sheets. Yep. Anyway, I can't claim this to be a Mandela effect, but I can say that I've never seen anything like this before. The technology has been around for about 80 years. So, what is it we're talking
What
about
we're
here?
looking at here is like a crew rowboat rowing. That's what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's a Rapatronic camera that's been in existence, and so what does this camera do exactly?
We're gonna get into it. Keep going.
Okay, so more specifically, the Rapatronic or Rapid Action Electronic Shutter was invented by Harold Doc Edgerton. And notice how it's using Polaroid discs.
And 2 capacitor.
Esther, you want to read this one?
Oh, sorry, I was reading the chat a little bit.
No, it's okay. It's cool.
In 1934, MIT professor Egerton partnered with his graduate student Kenneth Jeremiason, I think is how you pronounce it.
Yes, very good.
What?
And fellow MIT graduate student Huber and Grier started a consulting firm, EG&G Incorporated. After World War II, the consulting firm was contracted by the U.S. government to solve the problem associated with photographing atomic explosions, light, distance, and speed. Wow. Together, they developed the Rapatonic camera and shutter that enabled them to photographic. Oh, it just sounds like it's such a weird word. To photographic movement with an exposure as little as 2 microseconds or 2,000 nanoseconds. Wow.
That is supposed to be photograph movement. That was an autocorrect.
So that was the shutter speed?
Yeah, 2 microseconds or 2,000 nanoseconds. Yeah.
Because you got to remember the faster the shutter speed, the less blurry your pictures are going to be when you take them. The less movement you'll see.
But this allows you to see movement crisp and clear.
What?
So I'm saying, how do we not have this technology in every device? It's been 80 years. Go on.
Oh, they experimented with everyday life and high-speed photography, first which produced crisp, clear motion blur. That is cool. And then they used the high-speed shutter to photograph an atomic bomb like they were hired to do. They finally decided.
So here you can see with the explosion, the top left was detonation. Detonation was so bright, even at 2 microseconds, they couldn't get an image. But by the first 2 microsecond shot, you can start to see like shadows of stuff coming in. By 4 microseconds, you can see. And then by 6 microseconds, you can see the explosion happening and everything in the room. Because they had the foresight to put 2 cameras in the room that day, one taking a picture of the explosion and one taking a picture of them taking a picture of the explosion.
Let me keep reading.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Rope trick coined by physicist John Malick are the spikes which emanate from the fireball of wired nuclear explosion at detonation. When a nuclear device detonates, the surface of the fireball is 100 times brighter than the sun and is almost as hot, 20,000 Kelvin or 35,540.33 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow. And this is all because of chemical reaction from splitting a cell or splitting a
a nuclear device detonates. Yeah. Oh my word, my glasses are so dirty. It's hard to read with these dirty glasses. Sorry.
There's a video.
Well, I'm looking for the graphic that's missing so I can show it to you at the end of the presentation. That's a video clip, Brian.
Video taken with Egerton's high-speed video camera, which records at 6,000 to 15,000 frames per second. Wow.
And let you see the spikes being made.
Wow.
Sorry, I was reading the comments again. The rope trick cables used to support the tower where the nuclear device was planted vaporize instantly upon detonation. The vaporization trail is a spike we see, and Malik also discovered if you painted the wires black, the effect was stronger and clearer. Ooh. That's cool in a controlled environment. Have you ever seen these photographs before? Seen or heard of the technology? It's been 80 years. How has microsecond shutter speed not been everyday cameras for decades? Had not been in everyday cameras for decades.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't have. I mean, you get a really good camera, you can
You're telling me you capture every movement? Like, for instance, a bullet being fired through, what is that, an apple?
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't know what you were looking at yet.
Yeah,
The bullet being fired through the apple, that looks so cool, doesn't it?
You have to get like specialized cameras and stuff, like really expensive, like it's hard to find cameras.
Like a Nikon or something like that.
Yeah, like really, really good camera. I mean, we had a T3i, which is like $1,100 camera at the time, and I don't think we could get pictures like that. I mean, our shutter speed was really fast, but it wasn't that good. So imagine that was an $1,100 camera, and it didn't take as good of pictures as those. And this was years ago.
Brian, I have that other image to send you. I'm sending it in 2 minutes.
Okay. So running Fox says human beings aren't supposed to mess or be messing with this stuff. Atomic explosions could end us all. I agree. We shouldn't be messing with that stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
here it comes. I'm sending it just to you. This is just to you, Brian.
Photography. Yeah, I mean, I got my camera on my phone. I can't even take like good pictures.
I can't find my original graphic that I made, so I just threw it. It was in like the graphic.
Looks like fish or bacteria.
They was.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Yeah, my AirPods just reconnected again. Oh. So on the left side, these are the exact same explosions, left to right. Okay, so on the left, the top left, that's what your eye would see, and on the top right, that's what the camera sees. Middle left, what your eye would see. Middle right, what the camera sees. So these are the exact same explosion, but the difference between what your eye can see and how much clearer and faster the camera is than your eye is mind-boggling to me.
Wow. Yeah, we really should have better technology than we do.
Well, I'm glad that like Samsung came up with their 108 megapixel camera. You know, with that camera, you know, I take such great photographs of the moon. You know, but why stop there? You know, why can't we take pictures of Saturn, pictures of, you know, Neptune or Uranus? I mean, so I mean, why not? Why can't we get pictures like of the planets? Like, I don't know. Like our camera should be able to zoom in, like, and without any digital loss.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
you know the difference, Sandy, between optical zoom and digital
Oh,
zoom, right?
yes, I do.
There's a huge difference. Like,
Well, optical zoom is actually zooming in using lenses, whereas digital zoom is literally just cropping in. It's cropping in. That's all you're doing is cropping in. You're taking the same distance and just taking out the sides so that it looks like it's bigger when it's really not. You're just losing pixels.
Mm.
let's see, where were we? Okay, I do have to mention. It's a short one, real quick. That's about Best Buy. Something that I noticed earlier today, and it may not affect everybody. It could just be a new sign change or something. You know how companies change their logos sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's not, because I found your store in 2016 with the sign that you saw.
Okay. So, does anybody remember any gray shadowing, like boxiness around the Best Buy lettering? Does anybody remember that? Am I the only one that doesn't?
Therese, are you still with us? Because you wanted to see this.
Can you guys see this?
I don't see it.
The
I
light
do.
gray, right? Look at the Y. It's easy to see next to the Y. Brian, why don't you zoom in on the Y?
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
don't
zoom
see what
in.
he's talking about. I'm sorry.
Teresa,
Okay,
do you see
does
the
anybody
light
Oh,
gray next to the
that.
Y?
Yeah, now I see it.
Yeah, I thought that was so weird when I looked at my Best Buy sign today because I go there all the time, but I always thought it was just the black lettering and nothing around it. But now there's this
No,
new
that I
sign.
don't remember.
What?
What you just showed, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's not what I remember
So,
either. It's just
Logopedia didn't even
Weird.
have this logo, so it could be new. We're just not sure. We're sure it
It
didn't
was
always look
just
like
all
that.
black.
Now, Brian, the image
Yeah.
I'm showing on the screen here is your store. According to Google, this was taken at your store, and it says it was uploaded by Christopher Flaherty in September of 2016.
No.
So that means that sign with the gray has been there at least since 2016.
No, that's not true because I've been to that store many times and it was always black lettering.
Brian, that's how the
Huh.
Mandela effect works. It changes things going back. And then I found this overblown sign that makes the yellow look white. I don't even know how that's possible.
Google Maps shows the old sign. So you might want to check you guys' Best Buys in your area. I only have one Best Buy here, so I can't vouch for all the Best Buys. But you'll have to like get back to us on the next show.
Hey,
Okay.
Brian, I'm going to send you another image of the Best Buy one. Okay.
All right.
I want you to put it up on the screen. It's a super close up, so that because some people aren't seeing it, and this will help them to see it. Okay.
Okay.
So here
I'm
we
waiting
go.
for your image.
I have to crop it. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna focus in on the Y, and then I'm gonna circle it so that way they can easily see it. All right, there's the image. This will help you see it, Running Fox. Moon Freedom sees it.
Moon Freedom says she sees it.
Yeah, but now I'm sure Running Fox is going to be able to see it now. Running Fox, do you see the gray, the light gray next to the black?
Yeah, I thought that was really weird because it was all black lettering in my past.
There was no light gray.
Ah.
There
Weird.
was no light gray. That's weird. It's so weird. And like I said, on Brian's store, the one he was at today, like she sees it now. That image was uploaded to Google in September of 2016.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't remember there being a color like that. It was just black and yellow.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Do Esther's Titanic.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, because I'm such a shipwreck.
Stop. Yeah, there are images without the gray, Jacobian. 100%. But the thing is, Brian's store has the gray in 2016. That's the problem. He's never seen it before today, but his store supposedly had the gray on that sign since 2016. At least.
And sometimes it's weird, like Mandela effects will start off small and then all of a sudden go across the entire nation. It'll just start at like one store and then all of a sudden like everybody wakes up the next day and like, hey, look, they're all over the place. And sometimes they slowly change for some people can see it one day and some people can see it another day. It's weird.
Which one did you say, Sandy? Was it the Titanic?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay, Titanic.
This time it's the movie, not the ship.
Okay. Yeah, this time it's related to the movie. The movie that one lady, she watched it 47 times in the movie theater.
Yes.
I heard about this lady that did. So, anyway, go for it. Let's hear about this one.
So last week I covered Sandy covered the Titanic changing again. Now something has changed in the movie too. In the Titanic, Jack Dawson spends the rest of his life in the shirt. Which shirt matches closest to what you remember? And where did Sandy go? Disappeared.
Her iPod. What do you call those things?
Earpods.
Earpods. Yeah, they die out quick. They last her around 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh, you want to put the graphic back up so people can see?
Yeah, sure. Let me know when you hear Sandy in the chat saying, "Hey, please let me back in" or something. We'll get her back. Oh, there she is.
Yep.
Hey, welcome back, Sandy.
Bug.
We're seeing middle so far is the only one that I've. So 1, 2, or 3. What do you guys remember?
And so we need some responses from you guys. You guys out there in the chat, what do you remember? Put 1, 2, or 3. Again, I'll keep the graphic up, but Esther, you want to read from the chat?
Yeah, I'm just seeing middle and B so far. That's all I've seen.
So
middle and what?
2. So far, the
Moon
middle.
Freedom and Michael Fontaine are 2.
Yeah, that's the only.
Is that a for sure 2?
Yeah. So far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, all for B or middle, or 2. The middle one.
No, there's 3 people because Moon Freedom voted twice.
We finally got some 1s. I can't see any difference in 1 or 2. I think 1. It's just
thinking 1. I think 1.
2, he has like it's the same thing as 3, just it's 1 color. So that certainly was not 3. That's a nice answer. Yeah, this one was kind of one of those, it literally changed before my eyes. So that's why
Wow.
I'm like, I know it's a Mandela because I literally was watching the movie, and every time I saw him on screen, it became more and more clear. Not three. So we definitely do not have three. Three's out of the running.
All right. Can we go ahead and flip over to the next one? It looks like we're seeing majority of number 2.
Yeah, everybody's either one or two, which I mean they are pretty similar. So
Welcome, High Pockets, Andrew Stone, and Shelby Norwood.
yes, welcome. So his
It
shirt
is
was
3.
only one color in our past, but yes, now it is three. As the more I watched it, the smaller and smaller it got, and the more dark it got, and I was like, "What is going on with his shirt?" So it was very weird to watch. Um, yeah, I immediately started looking up online. I'm like, I don't remember having that big gray patch. I don't understand why. Even
Yeah, no,
the
I mean look at the residue.
yeah,
I never thought about that. That'd be a great costume, like a duo. Like if you want to dress up, if you're still looking for costume ideas, say you and your loved one, you dress up as Jack and
and Rose.
Rose. Yep.
Yeah, and I actually read James Cameron. He said that he had to die because if he didn't, the entire movie wouldn't make any sense and it wouldn't have any meaning to it. So that's why he had to.
Even
Why
though there was,
she could.
even though there was plenty of room on that thing that she was floating on,
They actually said that they actually got it down to in production, it actually could only hold her. So
like the
actually,
weight. You saying that she would have
yeah,
sank?
yeah. If he had jumped on there with her, it would have actually sunk. So they
Oh
actually
well.
made it to Rose size only. Um, but yeah, he said that it's kind of interesting because if you actually read the real true story, Jack Dawson actually went on and lived. So spoiler alert if you haven't watched Titanic. uh, I mean, that's kind of one of those movies that I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody in America has either watched it or know of Titanic. So, but yeah, it's pretty interesting how he actually was a real person apparently, and he actually went on to write a book, and which is where the movie is based off from. It's loosely based off from his. He actually won his ticket on the Titanic through a poker game, so it's pretty interesting. So
Yeah, it is interesting because only the rich could really afford the tickets, right?
yeah, it was. He actually won it from a guy who was on vacation with their family. They were doing a whole worldwide tour, and their last stop was England. And then the guy decided to play poker. Jack was there. He lost it to Jack, and then Jack was on the Titanic. But Jack, it was actually one of the people who jumped in the water and was actually saved. So it was pretty interesting. I did some research after the whole shirt thing. So
Oh, that looks way off.
yeah, so this one's about Frozen. Welcome, Shelby. I'm seeing somebody's welcoming her. Yeah, which Z do you remember in the Disney's Frozen? Number one or number two?
You mean one being at the top, the two being on the bottom,
Yeah,
right?
top or bottom. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, top one. Yeah, sorry, I just realized there's a two.
Oh, it's okay.
Frozen two. The top logo, and then we have the second one. So we're 50-50. I didn't know if you were going to bring up the other one, Sandy, when you were asking me about the
Not
F.
yet. It's coming up. It's coming
Okay.
up. It's coming up after this.
All right.
Anybody else? Top or bottom?
Last time I checked, we had 21 people watching, which was cool. So, especially since it's 12 o'clock here. So, I don't know what time it is in other people's, but time area. Oh, that's okay. So hopefully you're not actually 70% blind.
Hey, Brian, can you zoom in on the two logos? Like, so the two
Yeah,
logos
yeah,
are on the
absolutely.
screen?
Absolutely. Those R's look kind of messed up too. And the F.
Yeah,
Do
they
the F.
do. Yeah, well, that's the problem. I fixed it.
Oh, you fixed the F?
You see it? They're different.
Yeah, I see it.
9 p.m. for. Yeah, I wish it was 9 p.m. here, but that's okay. I don't have anywhere to be tomorrow.
I don't want what I'm going to say influence what you guys are going to say. So should I say it?
Oh.
You can. No one else is answering. We only got 2 answers, and it was 50-50.
I remember one.
I don't know
Well,
if
we
I
can
should
move
answer
on
since
since
you're
no
the
one
one
else is
who-
remembering.
Okay, yes, 2 is correct for me. That's what Running Fox said. So, yeah, I mean, I was watching this the other day because my daughter and I were doing a Frozen marathon, and she wasn't feeling very good. So,
And
yeah.
High Pocket says, I don't remember the E and F in 2. Right?
Yeah,
You can move on.
I'm trying. My mouse is non-responsive.
Ah,
Okay, I'll
Well,
just
then
use
we'll
my.
just tell people it
No,
is
it's
number
fine.
2 now.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
F and the E look wrong. That's the
Yeah,
first thing that caught my eye. The Z didn't catch my eye as much as the E and the F.
yeah, it looks weird with the R and the Z, just kind of like they're going under the O now, like that. And it just, I remember it being a little off, but this is just like, it's almost like they got their toes under it or something. It's like they're trying to lift the O or something. It just doesn't look right. Yay, looks right to me. It's all I see. I remember the wacky Z. So yeah, I do remember it being a little funky, but it just feels off how it goes so far under the O now. And the R too. I don't remember them going that far under. So they were a little jagged, obviously to have a little bit of jaggedness, but
Is Teresa still with us?
yeah, she's just on
I
mute
don't think so.
unless she fell asleep.
I think, yeah, maybe she is.
Yeah, she has to get up early. There we go. Got my mouse back.
Just take a power nap.
Yeah, I hear people do that a lot. Like in New York, they rest on the subway train and stuff like that. Take those
Okay,
power
just don't
naps.
forget to set your timer because you don't set an alarm.
Oh
You
yeah, I've
let
done that
sleep-
before. I fell asleep on the train one time and ended up in Heidelberg. There we go. So we're going to show a couple drawings and then logo residues, and then we'll get on to Squid Game. How's that?
Yep. All right, guys. So again, for those who joined us after the spoiler alert warning, we're saving Squid Game for last because it's going to have spoilers, 1000%. So if you haven't seen Squid Game yet and are going to, or you're in the middle of watching it and haven't finished it yet, you're not going to want to stick around for the last Mandela effects. Just want to give you a heads up. But it's like a 25 slide folder, guys. It's huge. There's a lot going on with it. All right, so these are my drawings. And I drew these years ago, like a decade ago, when I got my first iPad. And a game called Draw Something was like, you know, the game to get. And you'll see here in 2011, I drew the Titanic with red smokestacks, not. My AirPod died.
Yeah. So normally right now they're
Hold
yellow,
on.
right? The smokestacks are yellow.
Yeah, they're golden yellow now. And there's
Yeah.
only 3 there. A lot of people only remember 3 stacks. Now, I have 2 space ones that are different. One, I drew Earth 4th from the sun. The other, I drew Earth 3 from the sun, like 3rd rock from the sun.
Mhm.
One, I drew Mars as current reality orange. But I remember Mars red. It's the red planet. But it's orange now. So I drew it orange with the 4th planet from the sun. And I drew it red where Earth is the 3rd planet from the sun.
Wow.
So I drew it 2 different ways. Probably about 6 months to a year apart.
It's interesting how you would do that.
Oh, and I also drew the North Pole on Earth. So my elephants have the feet that I remember, and my woolly mammoth, and I spell woolly the way I remember. Guys, for those that missed it, elephants' feet have changed. I found that a few weeks ago. And they pretty much have little ankles now, and their feet look like suction cups because the ankles are so tiny. And the
See
woolly
the-
mammoth is spelled WOOLLY now. This is how I remember it, and this is residue. Double $, a boot for Italy. Look how small and far away Sicily is. Notice it's the only island in the water. It's just Sicily.
Mhm.
Look how far away.
Yep. And what about those $signs on the money bags?
The $signs on the money bags. Bumblebees have white butts now. That's residue of them being black. And Game Boy. Scroll down, Brian. It's
What
one
about
word
Game Boy?
there. It's one word, Game Boy.
Yeah,
It's
it was
2
one
words
word.
now.
What, is it 2 words now?
It's 2 words now, yeah.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, Mars was always.
No, Running Fox. I'm saying I don't recall the order of drawing them. I'm just going back and observing my artwork and seeing that at the time, I drew them differently. I don't remember doing the drawings in a special order.
Moon Freedom says, "Love you. You love your drawings, Sandy."
Oh, thank you.
Can you guys see that image?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this
That's
is something greens. It's a Disney cartoon.
well, it has to do with
City
skunks,
Greens.
right? Having the 1 stripe instead of 2.
Yes, that's why I'm showing it. Yes.
Sorry, I was trying to get it
Believe it or
centered.
not, I put on the Disney Channel for my cat. My cat enjoys Disney Cat Channel cartoons. He will sit and watch them. So I put the Disney Channel on, and I came home, and there were skunks on the screen, so I took a picture.
Hmm.
So Newhart, I don't remember that T at the end. I don't remember that big curl at the end on the T. I
I
don't.
don't either, Sandy. I agree with you. I don't know. It was like a regular T.
It's got some major biceps going on there.
And then Uncle
Hey,
Sam with a Uncle Sam hat, like we
Does
remember.
anybody know any streaming services that have Newhart? I would love that. I would love to watch that show.
If I find it, I'll let you know. I would
All right.
too. That was a great show. Okay, so this is a logo I came across. The ARNEMA are merged, but it's also breaking through the R, and the A has a 1 in it. Like we've seen
Yeah.
I's that are number 1s, but that A has a 1 in it. Do you see it?
Mhm.
Yeah, I see that. What is this?
Oh, that's a little
Okay,
bit
so
different.
the top left is residue on a Lionel Richie album of the UK flag. And then Esther, you could talk about yours.
I have found the Freddy Krueger residue with the shirt with the sleeves being actually fully striped, as well as it being the red and green. And then the other one is on the bottom, where it's from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It used to be the Monty Python and the Quest for Holy Grail, but now it's just Holy Grail. I remember the Frenchman who's taunting King Arthur. It was, your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. But now he says, your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. And it just sounded odd to me to hear smelt, because I always remember it smelled.
Hey, Brian. Running Fox says Newhart was on Me TV last I knew.
It probably would be.
Yeah, there's so many streaming services these days. It's like you have to have them all if you want to watch everything. Definitely.
I didn't know. I don't think Me TV has streaming. I think it's just a channel on television.
Yeah, it's just on cable.
All right, now on to the meat and potatoes. Okay, guys, you ready for this?
All right, guys, last chance. This is your last spoiler alert warning. We are going to Squid Game. This is your last chance to leave. If you are, have a great night. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Come back and see this after you watch it.
Unless you don't mind spoilers.
Yes.
Sandy.
Yes.
Every time your earpod does that, I keep wanting to say, "Luke, I'm your father," because that's what it sounds like. You're
like, good night.
Luke, I'm your father.
All right, here we go.
Is Teresa awake? Can we wake her up anyhow? Anyway.
Teresa.
Red light, green light.
I was hoping
Squid
she'd be
Game
awake for this one.
Is a Korean Netflix original series about people in major debt competing for $45.6 billion in won. Won is the money over there. Playing children's games. But if they are eliminated, they die. That is spoiler number one. If they are eliminated, they die. Disclaimer. Very, very important detail. I did not watch with subtitles. I'm one of those people that can't get fully immersed in a story if I'm constantly looking at the bottom to read. I can't do it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. There's an English dub. I watch the English dub where, different voices. It's all in English. No subtitles whatsoever. And that is very, very, very important. You're going to find out why in a second. Okay. I'm waiting for it to get on my screen, Brian. All right. I literally finished watching the series a few days ago. And already there are 2 changes in Squid Game for me. When Ji-hyun has left the old man after the marble game, do we hear a gunshot or no? So that's my question. Is anyone in the chat familiar? Have you seen this episode? Have you seen the show? Yes or no? Do we hear a gunshot as Ji-hyun is walking away from the old man who has lost the challenge?
Yeah, I just thought of something. I should have asked my kids today what they remember.
Moon Freedom says no. Crucio G says, I heard the gunshot. Now, before we go on, while you guys answer in the chat, here's something interesting for you to ponder. I finished watching it a few days ago. A few days ago, it was different than it was today. Or actually, yesterday. So in a matter of 3 days, it was different for me. So if you watched it after I did, it could be completely different for you. That's what's blowing my mind here. This is a brand new thing and it's already changed. And depending on when you saw it, you're not going to be affected by this, which is crazy to me. So let's keep that in mind. We already have a no and 2 yeses. Michael Fontaine says yes, he heard a gunshot. Come on, good AirPod, charge.
I don't remember there being a gunshot.
And you watched this before I did, Brian.
I have seen this show 4 times so far. And I don't remember the gunshot until you said something. And then I went back and watched it and there was a gunshot.
All right, well, we can go on to this give the answer.
Yeah.
Can you read it, Brian? Because it's not on my screen yet.
After finishing the series, Sandy told Teresa, I was disappointed with the ending. I wasn't surprised because you do not hear a gunshot.
I wasn't surprised by the ending because I didn't hear a gunshot. And immediately I suspected that the old man was involved. Immediately. Before I even saw the ending.
With every other pair, you'd hear the gunshot, then player number eliminated but with Ji-hun, you just hear him quietly walking away crying.
Now check it out, guys. This is from... Play it again. This is the Korean version.
Okay?
No, play it.
Okay, so in the Korean version, you don't hear the gunshot?
No, you do now. I got this clip from somebody. I'm going to explain it in the next slide.
Okay. I hope so. I hope you can explain it.
I will. It's the slide after this. Go on. Read.
Okay, only now there is a gunshot, and if you have the current memory, great. 100% there was no final gunshot for the old man when I watched this last week, but now there is. See, I don't even remember him cringing. I don't remember player 456 cringing.
No. So this YouTuber uploaded a video about Squid Game on September 29th. So that Korean clip was recorded September 29th. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it could very well be residue, or he could have recorded it right after the gunshot. I can't verify that. But all I'm telling you is 1,000%, there was not a gunshot for me when I first watched it. And that's why I was disappointed in the ending, because I sort of suspected the old man. All right, this one. I need answers here. Brian, don't give it away and don't go on. I need to hear some answers from people. Ji-yoon throws the marble game so Conceal can live since she has a family waiting for her. Next slide. Her final words are, Kamsabyuk, thank you. And then what does she say? Brian, play the clip.
Thank you.
Okay. So what else is there? Is that it?
Stay here for a second. Guys, what does she say after thank you? Please tell me you remember what she says. Or something. If you don't know exactly, just put a general gist of what you remember her saying. because this is huge for me. All right, if you're not sure, next slide, Brian. I'm going to give you guys a multiple choice. Brian,
Yep.
next slide. It's the multiple choice.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. So, did Jijun say thank you for choosing me as your partner? Thank you for playing with me? Or thank you, it was an honor being your partner? 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. What do you remember?
Three is the first answer we got. 3.
See, I'm not even getting that yet. Okay, so Crucio G says 3. Moon Freedom says 3. Michael Fontaine? Anyone else that's lurking? 17 people in the chat. Does anyone else know this? 20 people in the chat. Does anyone else know what she says after thank you?
2.
Michael Fontaine says 2. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. Depending on when you saw this, it might be different for you.
I think it had to be
Because when I
something.
first saw this, it was 3. And now, guys, it is 2. Can you go to the next slide and play the clip, Brian?
She says, "Thank you for playing with me."
For 1000%, it was an honor being your partner. On honor, when she said the word honor, that is when the tears started coming down Cy Buick's cheeks. And now it's thank you for playing with me. But here's why I told you. It's imperative, you know, I did not watch the subtitles. Fizzy's Joe found residue in the subtitles. When I watched last week, she said thank you, and then either it was an honor or I was honored to be your partner, like the subtitles, which I hadn't seen until today state. Variable says 3. Thank you. Sharing your memory. But now, huh?
Now, well, is that residue right there?
That's residue that Fizzy's Joe found. Okay, Brian, play the clip for them. It's the next slide.
Thank you for playing with me.
Oh my God.
I can't. That sounds so wrong.
So it changed.
It was not. From the first time I saw it, was not thank you for playing with me. It was 1000%. Thank you. It was an honor being your partner. Or I was honored to be your partner. Honor and partner were 1000% in the sentence. Now, here's the crazy part. Because this just changed, it was actually extremely hard to find residue of the current reality saying, thank you for playing with me. But there is so much residue of honor and partner that I got like slide after slide after slide after slide after slide. So go on, Brian. Show them the reality. I just watched the show last week, 2 variable, and last week it was 3 for me. Last week variable, 1000% was 3, and when I watched it yesterday, it was 2. It changed to 2 yesterday for me. Oh, right here, Brian. This one. This is a crossover of it changing. On October 2nd, it was an honor playing with you. So it's literally a combination of 2 and 3. Playing with you was already there, but honor was still left behind. You can literally see the change happening. And here's all the residue. That we were partners. I'm honored that we were partners. I'm honored that we were partners.
Wow.
Even when
Good
we there's a
residue.
lot of them. There's a lot. And they change a little bit. Different wording of the same stuff.
The point is she said the word honor in there somewhere.
It was an honor being your partner. It was an honor being your partner. I'm honored to be your partner. It was an honor. I'm honored. That's crazy, right, Moon Freedom? Right? I know. I'm freaking over this. Freaking, because it just happened.
She just says thank you instead.
No, she says thank you for playing with me.
Yeah, thank you for playing.
She always said thank you. Always said thank you for me.
She seemed like she was a really nice person.
Mm-hmm.
It was an honor to be your partner.
I'm honored that we were partners. There's so much, it's different wordings, but always honor and partner. Okay, so that was the Mandela effects. This is a final note. I don't know if this is a Mandela effect or if it's just info I didn't know. Yes or no in the chat. Were you aware that Squid Game, which was first played in 1988, like you can see in this graphic from the movie, was inspired by events leading up to the 1988 Olympics in Seoul, Korea? Yes or no? Did you know this? Did you know that
I didn't.
Squid Game was inspired by the Olympics? Anybody? Variable says no.
A very dark Olympics.
Yeah, actually, just wait. Running Fox says, Sandy, that's crazy. Recently, I bought a maroon colored top at Walmart. Got home and the darn thing was a burnt orange color and one size smaller. I hadn't even seen this top. That's crazy. I think so, says Moon Freedom. Michael Fontaine, I was stationed in South Korea. It was pretty crazy. Best street food ever. So, no, you don't know what I'm talking about, Michael Fontaine, because you wouldn't even be mentioning the street food over this. So you were there, and you don't even know what I'm talking about. It's crazy. Here we go. I never knew that beginning in 1975, the homeless, disabled, dissidents, and orphan children, alcoholics, street vendors were all rounded up and sent to slave imprisonment camps where 500 to 1,000 plus were beaten to death, murdered, and treated like general crap. Were you guys aware of this?
No.
That's sad, though.
The purpose was to give the illusion of prosperity and economic success to visitors during the Olympic Games.
That's sad.
I never knew this happened. Like I said, this could be just information I didn't know, but this was like a human atrocity. And there's articles about it all over the place. Like we're supposed to know this. Like it's common knowledge. No, not in America, variable in South Korea. Not North Korea, South Korea. The article features, now guys, listen to this stuff. You gotta listen closely if you watch Squid Game. So the article features the story of a 14-year-old boy taken to one of the 36 national camps, whose name is Choi Sung-woo. Does that sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Choi Sung-woo. Yeah, that's his name.
Cho Sang-woo was the best friend. Cho Sang-woo. Choi Sung-woo. Is that familiar? Okay.
Yep.
Interestingly, all prisoners were released a full year before the Olympics in 1987. So, what was the point of rounding them up if they were going to release them a year before the Olympics? It doesn't make any sense. Next slide, Brian. This gets weird. The dictator president, father of the former president, guys, Ji-yoon. Ji-yoon Hai. Ji-yoon is the main character in Squid Game. Imprisoned 6,000. And by 1986, the number had jumped to 16,000, according to the prosecutor Kim Yong-won, which is the name of the money in South Korea. Like the money. Go on, Brian. I still can't see it. I'm waiting for it. Oh, so 1988 games, Olympic Games, camps, the lower classes of society, aka people in debt, Cho Sang-woo, pronounced nearly the same, Seong Ji-hoon, President Ji-yoon, also pronounced the same, and the prosecutor with the money name Won. That's a lot of similarities, in my honest opinion. I do believe it was influenced, but we go on. But what gets me is I've never heard of this happening. And there's articles everywhere, like I should have known about this. Do you remember this happening for over a decade leading up to the 88 Olympics? Am I the only one who didn't know about this? That's what I'm asking.
I didn't know about it.
I didn't know about it.
I don't know. I don't know if this is a Mandela or not. I don't know. So here's images. Dissident detainees versus deaths at the camps is the graph in the bottom. One of the camps is in the bottom right. That's the brothers camp. There's images of them eating in the cafeteria. They're in green jumpsuits, which I found very interesting. And there's the guards in blue, and someone drew what they went through.
It's almost like a concentration camp, sort of.
That's why I'm in shock that I've never heard of this.
And that's the last of the images.
That's it. We went
That
through
picture,
25
I noticed
slides
that picture. That picture of Sang, what's his name? Sang-woo.
Sang-woo.
Cho Sang-woo looks exactly like that child right there. Looks a lot like him.
With the same name, right?
Yeah. So I wonder if that was deliberate, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the name had to have been deliberate.
And people have noted that there's been changes with the Olympic rings as well. Just so in case this changes for any reason, it's blue, yellow, black, green, red.
And I remember
that order.
I don't remember the black ring at all. I remember it white.
Yeah, a lot of people say it was white, now it's black.
And I think Noble said he remembers it in a different position, bottom left. And I remember the colors standing for different things, different countries.
Yes. Yes, that's right. So, I believe, has anyone got anything else? If not, I guess we'll conclude the show.
Most people have never heard of this except for Marsha 3961. Welcome NL35. Welcome Marsha.
Did you guys notice the Squid Game logo looks different?
Well, you gotta remember, Squid Game's logo was always in Korean.
I know, but what I'm saying is the Squid Game logo itself, the A is now an upside down V.
Yeah, shouldn't it be a triangle?
Yeah, no, it's an upside down V now.
I thought it was a triangle.
I thought it was a triangle.
No.
And I thought the I thought the E was a square with the line going through it.
Here is the vector logo. Let me share this with you guys. Mouse went to sleep.
I'm already editing the logo so you can show what I remember it and you remember it as. Okay?
Okay. That's fine. You're really good with that stuff, Sandy. I trust you. All right. See, this is the
Thanks.
vector logo. Does that look the same to you guys? Does that look like how it should be, or something look off about it to you?
Here, give me 1 second and I'll do a side by side, okay?
All right.
Esther, is there anything you want to talk about while we're or Brian, you got anything you guys want to talk about?
I know there was I don't know if there's anybody that watches British TV or not. But I was watching the Goes Wrong show today, and I noticed a change. It's called A Trial to Watch in the first season, and I noticed like there was a point where like they keep messing up the scene, and he's supposed to drink basically like scotch or something like that, and they mess up the scene where it ends up being part of the mortuary that gets put back into the scene. So he picks up the chemical bottle to drink out of it, and he gives his brother some, and his brother's supposed to drink it, but he's never drank it before. He'd always just like look at his brother and like I'm not drinking this. And then like he'd set it down, and now he actually drinks it with his brother, and he continues on with the same type of like because they drank chemicals. And I'm like, it's very interesting. It changes the whole scene for me. I actually don't find it as funny now when I watch it. Like that, just that little bit of tweaking of now he drinks the same chemical. It's totally just changed the whole vibe for me. I literally didn't even laugh at it. I was like, oh, it's not as fun.
That's things I hate when things like that change.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really funny show, and I always laugh at it. But I'm like, I watched it like a couple of times because I rewound it even past and like went a little bit further back. And I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't hit the same notes now that he drank it. And he's like, halfway there. Like, and I'm like, no, I don't remember that being. I just remember him looking at his brother like, you're crazy drinking that. It was always funny because he's like, I'm not drinking that.
Hey, Brian?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a square and a circle. Pink, just I doing a check mark is going to be a pain in the butt. So I'm doing a square. And a circle is good, square is bad. We're going to do that, okay? It's easier that way. And white is good, pink is bad. You'll see what I mean. All right, here I'm sending it to you in the thing. Huh.
You already sent it?
No, there's a problem.
Oh no, Houston, we have a problem.
I also noticed a change with Roger Rabbit as well. Another change.
We might have to save that one for next week. To be honest,
yeah,
my mind is starting to go to rest.
I'm struggling to stay awake at this point. So it's almost 1 o'clock here. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't have anybody to wake up tomorrow, and I don't have anything going on tomorrow.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You see the logos? Sandy fixed it to the way it's supposed to be, I guess. The way it is now.
Yeah, that's the way it was supposed to be.
I just
Which
want
one?
to.
Yeah.
The one on the top kind of looks like a teepee now. And the one on the bottom does have a game version to it. So that's, I don't know why they changed that.
Going back to the earwigs, maybe it's Mandela that also covered them. I think a couple of years ago.
Oh wow. Yeah.
With the wings and everything?
Huh?
With the wings?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Oh, Teresa just dropped out. So I think she finally timed out. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, well, I never watched on his channel. So
with that being said, we're going to bring this episode to a close, you guys. Thank you for coming, and as usual, and we hope to see you again on the next show. We will try to have it'll probably be if anything, it'll be the Halloween show, and we're trying to decide if it's going to be on Thursday or Wednesday, right, Sandy? When are we doing the Halloween show?
Next week, not this week.
Okay, so we're skipping this week.
Yeah, we already decided. No,
Okay.
you were supposed to let me know about the weekend.
Yeah, I won't be able to do it this coming weekend. No.
Then it's going to have to be next week.
All right.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to get everything done by Wednesday or Thursday.
That's fine. It'll be a little bit belated Halloween, but that's fine. You know.
we already got some Halloween stuff out, talking about earwigs and cockroaches and So now I got to think of good thoughts before going to bed.
Yeah, it's not bugs.
Yeah.
So I know, Anne, you couldn't get any more recent than the Squid Games with Sandy Fountain last couple of days. I mean, that's literally the most recent. You can't get any more recent of a Mandela effect. A show comes out and a week later it changes. You know, that's just pretty.
It's disturbing. I was so upset by it. It's disturbing.
It hasn't even been out for that long.
Have a great Mandela effect night, everyone, and God bless. Thank you for coming.
Yes. Good night, everyone.